So in this video, we are going to learn how to add new leads from Trade India to SalesMate. Let's say you're using Trade India as a platform to sell your products and services online and get some new leads for your business. Now you want that whenever a new lead is received in Trade India, you want to add that lead in SalesMate CRM as a contact. So let me tell you, you can completely automate this process. So in this automation, whenever a new lead will be received in Trade India with the same details, a contact will be created for that same lead in SalesMate. Now, if you want to learn how you can set up this automation, for that you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, this is my Trade India account. Now I want that whenever I get a new lead in Trade India, I want to add that exact same lead in my SalesMate account as well. Now to do this, we have to make a connection between Trade India and SalesMate. And we are going to use an automation and integration platform called Pabbly Connect to do so. And to access Pabbly Connect, just go to your browser and search for Pabbly, pabbly.com/connect. And here you can see we have reached to Pabbly Connect's landing page. Now here you can see two options, sign in and sign up free. Now if you are new to Pabbly, just click on sign up free and you can set up your free Pabbly account in just 2 minutes. Or if you are an existing Pabbly user, just click on sign in. Now after signing in, you will reach to this all apps page of Pabbly. Here you just have to click on Access Now below Pabbly Connect. And as you click on Access Now, you will see we will reach to Pabbly Connect's dashboard. And here in this dashboard, we have to create an automation workflow over here. For that, just click on Create Workflow button and give this workflow a name. Let's say I would like to name a workflow as Trade India to SalesMate. You can basically give any other name of your choice. Then we have to select the folder of your Pabbly Connect account in which you want to create this automation and click on Create. Now as we click on Create, we will see the automation workflow will open in front of us. And in this workflow, you can see two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we have to connect our Trade India account with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step, so that whenever we are going to receive a new lead in our Trade India account, automatically the details of that lead will be received inside Pabbly Connect and this automation workflow will trigger. It will start. After that, using this Pabbly Connect automation, we are going to send the details of that new lead to SalesMate so that we can add that same lead as a contact in our SalesMate CRM. So let's see how it is done. Here in Trigger window in Choose App, search for Trade India. Just select it. After selecting Trade India, here in Trigger Event from this drop-down, select the trigger event as Capture Leads. After selecting the trigger event, just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here we have to connect our Trade India account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the user ID, profile ID and key of our Trade India account. Now you must be thinking how you can get all of these details to make the connection. So to get these details, we just have to follow the instructions given below over here. Just go to your Trade India account and from the left sidebar, select Inquiry and Contacts and go to My Inquiry API. Under My Inquiry API, here you can see the user ID, profile ID and the key of your Trade India account. Just copy the user ID from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And after that, copy this profile ID as well, paste it too, and at last we are going to copy the key and enter it over here. And after entering all of these details, just click on Save. And when we click on Save, here you can see our Trade India account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, when we will click on this Save and Send Test Request button, the details of the last lead, the most recent lead which we have created or which we have received in Trade India will be received inside Pabbly Connect. So let's do it. We will click on this Save and Send Test Request button. And yes, here you can see we have received some response. And in this response, you can see the details of the most recent lead which I have received in Trade India. Here you can see the subject line of the lead. We'll scroll down and here you can see the sender UID. This is the unique ID of this lead which we have captured. Then here you can see the state of the lead which they have entered while making the inquiry in Trade India. Then we have the other mobile number of the sender of the lead. Then we have the name of this lead, the sender name. Then after that, here you can see the mobile number, country, the company name as well, that what is the company name of this lead. Then here you can see the city, the sender as client. This is a client over here. Then after that, here you can see some details of your Trade India account. like your reference ID, your receiver ID, your name, your mobile number, your company name, and all of that. Then here you can see the product name, that for which particular product this lead has made the inquiry for. Then here you can see the message which they have sent us while making the inquiry. After this, we'll scroll down further, and here you can see the date and time, that at what date and time this inquiry was made, this lead was generated in Trade India. This means the first step of setting up this automation is completed, where we have successfully connected our Trade India account with Pabbly Connect and captured the details of a new lead from Trade India in our Pabbly Connect workflow. Now after this, let's move to step 2. And in step 2, we want to add this exact same lead as a contact in SalesMate. For that, we will just scroll down and come to this action step. And here in Choose App, we are going to search for SalesMate. Just select it. After selecting SalesMate, an action event from this drop-down, select the action event as Create Contact. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here, we have to connect our SalesMate account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the host name of our SalesMate account, we have to enter the session token and the account URL. Now you must be thinking how you can get all of these details to make the connection. So to get the host name and the account URL, you just have to log into your SalesMate account, and here from the URL section, till this salesmate.io, from https:// till this salesmate.io, this will be your URL. Just copy this URL from here and paste it over here in this account URL section and remove the slash from the last. Then after that, in this same account URL, after https:// this is our host name. So we are going to copy this host name from here and enter it over here. This is the host name of our SalesMate account. And to get the session token, just go to your SalesMate account. From the right top corner, go to Profile and go to My Account. After coming to My Account, from the left sidebar, go to Access Key, and here you can see the session key, the session token of your SalesMate account. Just copy this session token from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And after entering these details, let's click on Save. Now as we click on Save, here you can see our SalesMate account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. And after making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the first name and the last name of the lead. Now here we have received the details of the lead from Trade India inside Pabbly Connect. But in these details, in these responses, we have the response of the full name of the lead. We don't have separate response for the first name and the last name. But what you can do, using a feature, a module of Pabbly Connect called Text Formatter, you can separate this response of full name into two parts, of first name and of last name. And after that, what you can do, you can map both of those separate responses into the SalesMate action step. Now to split this full name into two parts, we will just scroll down, and before this SalesMate action step, click on this Add Action Step button over here. And after that, here in Choose App, search for Text Formatter. Just select it. After selecting Text Formatter by Pabbly, in Action Event from the drop-down, select the action event as Split Text. Then just click on Connect. After clicking on Connect, the first thing it asks us is text to split. Now here we have to enter the text, enter the response or the value which we want to separate in two parts. So we want to separate the name of the person, the name of the lead which we have received from our Trade India account in the trigger step. We want to separate this text into two parts. So we are going to map this name over here in the Text Formatter action step. And the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field, and here in this drop down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Trade India of a new lead. Out of all of these responses, select the response of sender name and it will be mapped over here. Then because we want to separate this name before and after this space which we have, that's why we are going to use space as a separator. And to use space as a separator, we have to write space in double curly braces. Then after that, in segment index from the drop down, select all and click on Save and Send Test Request. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see we have received the response, and in this response, we have separated this response of full name into two parts of first name and last name. And now you can map both of the first name and the last name in the SalesMate action step. So we'll come to this action step, we will just click on this field of first name and we will use the same process of mapping. Just click here. From the drop down, you can see a list of all the responses of previous two steps. So from Text Formatter responses, select the response of first name and map it. Then after that, let's map the response of last name as well. Then it is asking us for the mobile number. So from Trade India, we have received the mobile number of the lead as well. So we are just going to select it and map it to. Then after that, it is asking us for the email. So we haven't received the email address of the lead from Trade India. That's why we are just going to keep this field of email as blank. Then it is asking us for the company name. So right now in my SalesMate account, I have only one company named at salesmate.io. But if you have created multiple companies, you can just select any company for which you want to create this contact in your SalesMate account. Or if you don't want to assign any company, what you can do, you can just turn this mapping button on and clear the default response. And you can just keep this field as blank. Then job title, phone number, other phone number, we haven't received all of these details. In other phone number, if you want, you can map the other mobile number response which we have received from Trade India, but that's optional. Then you have to select the owner, that who will be the owner of this lead in your SalesMate account. So here in dropdown, I have two options, Ashi and SalesMate. Let me select Ashi as the owner of this lead. Then it is asking us for the type of the lead. So here I'm adding type as lead over here, the type of contact as lead. Is it a customer, partner or lead? So I'm selecting lead over here. Then it is asking us email opt-out. So here from the drop-down, I don't want to opt out. So I'm selecting false. Then SMS opt-out as false as well. You can choose this option as per your requirement. Then here it is asking us some other details, and we haven't received all of these details from Trade India of this new contact which we are creating in SalesMate. So if you have the details, just map it into the respective field. If not, you can just keep them as blank. Now here in description, let's say I want to map the message from the lead which I have received in Trade India. So we are going to map the response of message in description. Then it is asking us tag, address line 1, address line 2, we don't have it, but we have the response of city. So from the drop down, we are going to select the response of the city of the lead. Then we don't have the zip code, but we have the state. So we are going to map the response of state and the response of country as well. So whatever details you are getting of a new lead from Trade India, you can map all of those details into their respective fields. And after mapping all the details, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the details of the lead which we have mapped over here, basically the new lead which we have received in our Trade India account, is now added as a contact in SalesMate. So let's check it. We will go to a SalesMate account and we will go to this contacts page once. And yes, here you can see demo customer, the same person, the same lead which we have received in our Trade India account is now added as a contact in our SalesMate CRM. We have the same name over here. We have the same city, state and country. Also we'll scroll down here. You can see the same mobile number too. So basically we have the same details of this contact as well. This means the automation workflow which we have created between Trade India and SalesMate using Pabbly Connect, this automation is working perfectly fine. And in this automation, Pabbly Connect will check for new leads in our Trade India account every 8 hours. And it will get the details of those leads. And using this automation, we are going to add those leads into a SalesMate CRM as a contact automatically. And it basically takes 8 hours of time because the connection between Pabbly Connect and Trade India is a polling based connection. And in this type of connection, Pabbly Connect will check for new leads in our Trade India account every 8 hours. So here guys, if you want, you can just contact the Pabbly Connect support team and reduce this polling time from 8 hours up to 10 minutes. So that every 10 minutes, Pabbly Connect will check for new leads in Trade India and add those leads into your SalesMate CRM using this automation. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone this same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
So if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, or if you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can always write us in the comment box below or email us at support@pabbly.com. Also, you can post your queries on our forum as well. And if you want to check the pricing of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this link. So this is it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.